Today, I want to take you guys on a transformational journey with me for the year 2025. It's January now, and I've been doing a lot of thinking, a lot of processing since my last video, which you can go back and watch, where I cleaned out my entire closet. And I really went on a ride in that video, and I really wasn't prepared for finding out that I had been sort of hoarding clothing and not letting go for so long that it built up to be this huge mess. And I am continuing on this decluttering journey with the rest of my home. And I want to be clear, this is not to get rid of things that I love that I have collected, because those things bring me so much joy and happiness. Rather, what I want to do is declutter all of the excess clutter that is taking away from the things that I love. I'm going to be working on that throughout the entire month of January. The other thing I want to do in today's video is make a vision board. One of the things that I have been sort of hoarding and hanging on to is a collection of Victoria magazines from the 1990s. I started collecting these, and I feel like they just bring me this sense of nostalgia for that time in my life. And so what I want to do is go through those collections and use the images that really pull at me to create my vision board for 2025. And I really think that this is a good practice. I have seen a lot of other people make vision boards. I've never actually done it for myself, so this is pretty exciting. And I encourage you to do the same thing. You can do it digitally, or you can get magazines and start cutting out images. It's really up to you. But because I have this magazine collection, I think it's the perfect time for me to use them for something really purposeful. Here's my collection of Victoria magazines. The majority of them are from the 1990s, and I have a few more modern ones, but it's taken me a while to collect these, and I've been growing this collection for about 2 years. It's becoming clear to me that I have an attachment problem to things, because just bringing these magazines out here, I can already tell that I'm going to have a hard time cutting these, and I'm going to have a hard time. I went to the store, I got the poster paper, I have the glue, and now I've pulled out these magazines and I love them. Just looking at them, it's like I don't want to cut these, but I have to follow through with this. It doesn't mean I can't keep some of them, but I really need to go through this journey. And what I'm finding out is that this is not an easy process. I already went through this with my clothing, and now personal items that I have an attachment to. This is a moment of self-discovery. I have to go through it to get to the other side of it and figure out what my issues are, I guess, because I shouldn't have such an emotional attachment to things. So I'm going to take a few minutes to go through these and figure this out. This was a difficult start to my vision board, but the hardest part was making the very first cut. And it got easier after that as I kind of let go of my inhibitions and I just went with the flow. I absolutely love creative projects, and I just went with the images and the words that really stuck out to me. And although vision boards are supposed to be goals for your future, I just kind of went with what was tugging at me as I saw it. I finished cutting everything out, and there's definitely a running theme in my images that I've picked out, as well as the words. And one of the things that sticks out to me is simple pleasures, savoring, and just, I kind of have all of the things already that I picked out. And it's a matter of really slowing down and savoring the things that I already have. That's kind of the running theme of this. So I'm going to be gluing this to the board, and then I'm going to show you my finished vision board. And the nice thing about having my favorite Victoria magazines to do this project is that all of the writing is very romantic in it, and all of the images are beautiful. It's time to start sorting through these images and picking out the ones that resonate the most. And I took some images that were really big and fit a large area, and some of them I picked just to fill sort of background space. There were a few images that just had lace on them, and I knew I would kind of add images over those. This was such a fun process, and I highly recommend it because it really brings you back to that kindergarten age where you're just having fun. If you want to join in on this, I recommend cutting out pictures, but also cutting out words that are meaningful to you that you can layer in this collage. All right, you guys, I finished my vision board, and it's pretty exciting. I didn't get all of the images to fit in here, but I picked out the ones that were the most meaningful to me. So I'm gonna show you a close-up of everything on this board. So the main image that really I picked out was this woman lounging in this hammock, and she's just savoring time. And that's exactly what I want to do this year in 2025, is I want to spend more of my time savoring the things that my husband and I have built and our home here on the farm, and less time grinding and working and just being stuck in a hamster wheel. So this woman here is just kind of lounging, looking very romantic. And I put the romantic at home because I want to feel this sense of romance at home, lounging in my favorite clothing. And if you watched my last video with my closet declutter, I have a lot of hand-sewn clothing that I made for myself, and I want to spend time enjoying that clothing. And then moving on down here, we stayed in an off-grid cabin this winter just for a weekend, but it was significant for us. And I want more experiences like that, and just enjoyment of life in the countryside, which is what we already live on, but I just want to bring that sense of peace into my life. The seasons observed, I just want to spend more time in nature, observing things, and less time on my phone, which is the same thing here with taking more hiking trips and just being outdoors more. And then just flowers, because I have a flower garden and I really want to grow more flowers and enjoy it. And just being in nature. I put this image of this food here because I really want to be more intentional about eating beautiful food, making beautiful food from scratch, and really being intentional about my diet as well. So that signifies that, as well as these jars, which would signify preserving my own food. And then I included this pincushion with sewing because sewing is one of my hobbies and I really want to spend more time doing it. And then this picture here I put for my husband and I and just us spending more quality time together. So I put a romantic frame of mind for that image. And then all of these baskets and hats, really, this is a vibe that I love. And I do collect baskets. So favorite things and collection, just, really honing in on the things that I love when I'm decluttering my home, not losing track of the things that I truly want to keep. And then a cat here because we have 2 cats. And then this really stuck out to me because if you watched my clothing declutter, I had a white dress that looked like a wedding dress. And these pictures really remind me of that. And it said dresses for a starring role. And then it says, when she slips on an old-fashioned dress, even a thoroughly modern little girl can't resist letting fancy take wing. And that's exactly how I feel when I dress up. And I really wanted to honor that because I did feel a little bit crazy when I made that video. But I really want to honor that part of myself that loves dressing up. And then my husband and I run a salad greens farm. That's predominantly what we've grown. And we're branching out into other vegetables, but I wanted to sort of honor our journey in here. And this has just been a really important thing for us over the past several years. And I really want to keep that in the forefront of my mind because it's hard work, it's a grind, and I don't always appreciate it. So I want this to remind me of what we've built. And then this picture is for what I'm trying to create, which is an old world home. I really want to create that feeling in my home. And through this minimalism decluttering process, I want more and more for the old world home to be pulled into my home and all of the other stuff to go away. And then I have this little scene with a little tea party going on and a little outdoor little picnic. And it says simple pleasures. And I really want to spend more time enjoying the simple pleasures of life. And then at the top here, this woman really reminded me of myself in her little pinafore dress with her hat and her flowers. And she's a little bit older like me. She's got curly hair and she's petting her cat. And this just reminded me of the lifestyle that I have built. And to me, this signifies abundance, living an abundant life that is full of all of the things. And abundance doesn't always mean money. It can mean, abundance of food, abundance of family, and abundance of all of the things that are important to you. Which brings me to our pets. And that brings us so much joy and abundance. And then I've got this picture here because I want to start eating healthier. So there's some tea and a fruit. And I feel like this is really what I need to start heading into, is just eating healthier and better and enjoying it. And then I'm a gardener and a farmer, so I really loved this image as well. So there is my whole vision board. And I think it's beautiful. If you've never tried making a vision board, This is my first time, but I really think that this is going to be a helpful tool as I go through a transformational process and journey. And with my minimalism journey that I'm going on, I feel like it's so important to know what matters to you in your life and know where you're kind of headed and a little bit of a roadmap. And the interesting thing about making this vision board was that all of the things that are physical, like the countryside property and the family farm and the collections and all the things that are on here, I already have built these things in my life. I already have all of the things. It's a matter of savoring them, enjoying them. And this process of editing my home is really going to let me hone in on the things that matter to me and to let go of the rest. So I think this is a great process, and I really hope that you're going to give this a try. If you have old magazines kicking around that you kind of want to declutter, this is a great way to use them up because you can pick all of your favorite images from those magazines, the ones that kind of scream out at you, and put them on your vision board. And one of the things that I've noticed is that I don't have any huge goals over the next year. I don't have any aspirations to travel right now. I don't have a new business I want to start. I don't have any huge goals in that way. My husband and I have been working so hard on our farm and our life since 2017, and it's been a long grind. So I feel like this is the year to savor it. This is the year to enjoy it, and it's also the year for me to start a self-care practice and to start focusing in on myself, I guess. I hope you enjoyed this little process, this practice, and I'm gonna continue decluttering my home. One of my goals is to start eating more fruits and vegetables, and we live on a farm, so we have access to some food out here. And even though it's winter, there are things that I can come out here and harvest. So I've got a few greens as well as some green onions for our breakfast. Inspired by my daughter, I want to lean more towards a whole foods diet. And so rather than having our usual toast and eggs this morning, I am making a hash brown recipe that my daughter gave me. And then I'm just frying up some of these greens and having that with our eggs instead of our usual toast. She has lost a significant amount of weight over the past year with the whole foods diet. And she does eat bread, but only if it's homemade, and she stays away from any processed foods. So I really was inspired by that. I really love that I can just go outside and harvest the things that I need. And we also have some food still stored in our cooler in our greenhouse. Fresh air and exercise are another really important thing. These are all things that I want to focus on in 2025. I thought I would show you guys where I decided to put my vision board, which we're in my bathroom. And I think that a bathroom is a great place to put your vision board because This is where you get ready every day. I come in here first thing in the morning, and it's the last place I go to at night before I go to my room. And I feel like it's a great place for you to see your vision board in a time when you're by yourself and you have time to reflect. So this is where I ended up putting it. And to finish off this video, I told you we were going to declutter something, and I have a busy day ahead of me and I don't have time for a lot of big decluttering projects, but I feel like it's important to take a step towards your goals every day. And so I wanted to declutter my little jewelry box. And I know it's not a lot, but it's a step forward. Here is my newest piece of jewelry that I absolutely love. And it's this little locket, and it's in my latest thrift haul video. It's got a little sort of scented perfume in here, and that's probably old and gross, so I'll probably end up replacing that. And this is a for sure keep. Here's my little jewelry box. And this is mostly where I keep earrings. And I also have this, which goes up on the wall, and I keep earrings on there. So I might use this, I might not. Here is my original wedding ring, and it's missing the jewel. That's why I don't wear it. It has birthstones. It has my husband's birthstones on either side, and it had a moonstone in there, but I just don't know what to do with this, you guys. Please leave me a comment and let me know, because I'm going to hold on to this and I want to see what you think, because I just don't know. Here is a ring that I bought, and it's sort of a fidget style ring. And the reason why I cannot wear this ring, shoot, don't tell me it's going to get stuck. Okay, this ring I cannot wear. And the reason is it sort of cuts off my circulation. And when I remove the ring after wearing it all day or for a few days, my skin is white underneath. And so I don't feel that it's safe to wear this ring. So this is going to be a no. Here's another fun ring that I have. I don't know if it suits me now. And I feel like this might suit one of my daughters better. I'm not sure. I'm just not entirely sure that it really suits my style anymore. So it's not a no, but it's maybe a giveaway. Okay, I found these funky earrings at the thrift store. And they're kind of cool, they're kind of fun, and I just don't think that they're my style. Not that I'm not a fun person, but I feel like I go for more classic pieces, and this maybe has a younger vibe than what I actually have, so I think this is going to be in my no pile. Okay, I actually love these earrings. I got these earrings from a vintage shop that I love. These are original vintage earrings that she believed were Art Deco. She had someone that actually puts these regular backings on, because most vintage earrings are actually clip-ons. So these were a birthday gift to myself. I love them and I'm keeping them. Okay, these earrings are pretty cute. They're little hoops with a little bead on the end. And although I haven't worn these in a while, I do think that they're pretty cute. I do like them. And I don't see any reason why I wouldn't wear them. So I think I'm going to keep these. This is a pair of bird earrings that I got from my daughter. She went on a trip abroad and bought these in Ireland. And at the time, I was very much into birds. So it was a very thoughtful gift. And I don't really wear them. I feel like the turquoise is a little bit flashy for me, and I'm not sure that they suit who I am now. Although at the time, I absolutely loved them. And I have kept them because they were special. My daughter gave them to me as a gift. And that makes this very difficult for me to want to declutter. And I know that gifts are something that everyone says you should let go of, but it does hold sentimental value. So I'm unsure of what to do because I probably won't wear them. This is difficult for me. So those are going to go in my maybe pile, and I might have to talk to my daughter. Here is sort of a collection of minimalist type jewelry, and they were all found at the thrift store. And I do like wearing these. I feel like I need to be picky and choosy because I don't want to hold on to too much. So I think I'm going to let these dangly ones go. I might just keep one pair and then get rid of the others. I might keep this pair. Okay, here's a pair that I'm definitely going to keep. These are real emeralds, and my son actually gave these to me. They're in the shape of a heart. So he gave them to me, and they're very special. So I'm keeping those. I have 2 sets of sort of vintage clip-on earrings. And I just don't think that I'm going to keep these, you guys. I don't like wearing clip-ons. Okay, I've got some more pairs here. I've got just these regular sort of sleepers, I guess you would call them. And they're an amber color. I found them at the thrift store. And to be honest, I don't really wear small earrings like this. So I'm going to put those in a pile for my daughters to choose from. Then I have these, which I actually really like. So I'm going to keep these. Then I have these pearl sort of vintagey looking earrings. I'm going to get rid of those. And then I have these, which I like, but I think I'm going to get rid of these. Things left are these earrings, which I bought in an antique store, and she told me that some of them were real vintage and some weren't. And just by looking at them, I can tell that these ones are real vintage and these ones are not. And I'm gonna get rid of these because I feel like they're so similar. All right, I just wanted to show you guys that these are my keepers. This is all of the stuff that I decided to keep out of everything I showed you. And I put it all on this little wall hanging so that I won't have to use that jewelry box anymore. We're back where we started, and I have this bowl of fruit here to tempt me to eat more healthy foods, which is on my vision board. And that's it for today's video, you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this whole process with me of the beginning of a transformation. And I know it's easy to make these goals at the beginning of a year and then for it to soon fizzle out and for you to no longer be motivated. And I think you need a deeper reason than just the new year beginning. And for me, I think that reason is discovering my hoarding tendencies when I did my closet declutter. That really kind of shook me up and gave me some more self-awareness as to things I might need to change in my life. So I hope you enjoyed this. And if you're new here, I share videos every single week on homemaking, food from scratch, and life on our farm. And I will continue on this minimalism journey throughout the year of 2025. So stick with me and I'll see you in next week's video.